Welcome to our 10th midweek update. That means we've been in lockdown for 10 weeks. How have you gone with that? What have you learnt about yourself? I think there's a big lesson we've learnt recently about what the community, the government thinks about church. I wonder if you noticed that about 2 weeks ago we were allowed to have 10 worshippers at a church, at a religious gathering. And then just last week, they've opened it up for 50 people to gather in a restaurant or pub or club. That's interesting, isn't it? I don't know if you noticed that difference, that 10 people at a church, 50 people at a restaurant. So as they've started to open things up, what's the government think is essential? Is it because the pubs have a big lobby group? Or is it because religious stuff is an optional extra? It's non-essential. It's not essential for our lives. I wonder if that's how the community thinks about it. But even more interesting is whether we have created that impression. Has the way we've been doing church, that it's been optional in our lives, that it's kind of an extra thing, and we've started to think that you can be a Christian without going to church. We've started to think that loving Jesus' church doesn't matter. We've shown that it's an optional thing that you go when you feel like it. Well, if we have to lock down, you don't need to go to church. That's okay. How much has this coronavirus, when we kind of strip everything back, what does it reveal about what we really think? What's your attitude to church? What do you think is important? Do you read the scriptures and all that it says about loving the brothers? Does that compel you, impel you to be there? Are you missing that opportunity to serve? It's a couple of challenges there for us. In today's update, we've got some things for you to think about and trying to keep us all connected. This Sunday, things will be as they have been for the last couple of weeks, but there's a couple of opportunities for the prayer meeting. If you're missing gathering together, if you're missing seeing people, if you see that gathering and encouraging others is important, then I encourage you to come along. If we have to, we'll create another opportunity for people to meet and pray. If you're not a great prayer, don't stress it. It's just talking to God, and you're there with only 10 people, so there's no pressure, no stress, no embarrassment. Just come along and be part of the fellowship. If you want to be part of that, just give me an email or a ring, and we'll make space for you. All right, have a great week. I look forward to seeing you on Sunday. God bless.